a lot of you might be struggling to play Ancient on the T side simply because you don't know what quite to do, right? So in this video, I'm just going to explain what you can do as the mid player, and I'm assuming you're not doing any kind of rush, right? Like the CTs throw their util, you respect it, and you're going to try to take map control after. Now the first thing to realize is it's really tough to take mid control if you haven't prevented CTs from getting on top of Xbox, clearing all of lane. So generally, you have to communicate that as a team, like, do they have Xbox and lane control or not, right? So if you do anything at the start of the round, just make sure the CTs don't push further than this and get up on that box, okay? But if you've been smoked out or anything like that, here's kind of like the breakthrough of what you should do in a linearized fashion, right? The first thing that's really important is you throw a Molotov for Africa. So all you do is you back up until you can see the gap in the sky right there between the leaves and just run forward, aiming at that, and just throw your Molotov. It lands in Africa. You throw this, and then you can, of course, just self-flash right here by just throwing a flash, bouncing it off the wall, and then you can peek with it, right? That Molotov gets rid of the one opping angle, which is really tough to deal with if you only used a flash. So, you know, throw the molly, then the flash. You can also mix up the order. And then when you come out, there's basically two angles you have to worry about. This angle right here, and this angle right here. I'm assuming Xbox and lane is, you know, you've communicated with your team. You don't have to worry about it. But some rounds, maybe you do. So just be careful of that. You check this angle, and there we go. With this Molotov still landing, you basically have all of close mid control right here. And you can peek all the way up till here, knowing that any CT who's at this angle is basically like just giving you an easy fight. Now, before you peek the rest of the angles, you want to throw a house smoke, right? So as you peek this, all you have to do is just aim at that leaf of the tree in the distance. And what you do is you just line it up between these two, this brick and this big leaf right here. So, you know, I was here, I'll just make sure I can see that leaf, I'll just throw it, and that smoke lands deep and nice inside house. So you can then start clearing even more mid control. You can, of course, use the smoke to phase in, you know, and take house control. And then you should have an end goal. You either want to get to Xbox, so you can go B, or you want to push into house, or you want to peek donut, in which case you can, of course, just bounce a flash like that and peek with it. Or you can, like, use more fancy util that I've showed in other videos as part of your team's way of taking donut control. So hopefully this gets you started on how to play mid on Ancient T-side.